you are. This is the Plug Podcast. I am Bushy. With me again, Metal Mike. All right.
Welcome to the club. Crack a beer, rope and get the drugs. It's time to rock with some motherfucking thugs. Pussy face, Metal Mike boys. Talking about the latest metal band that they love. Fuck around, get your ram to your front door. Rock and roll, let it go till the amp blow. Turn it up, let the Alpine blast. It's time to get high with the Plug Podcast. Goddamn.
No, we got Bushy. We don't have Metal Mike. We got Marc Taylor hanging out with us for a Plug Podcast exclusive, just because I was fucking bored and wanted to record. And this motherfucker's not working right now because he hurt his back jerking off.
That was a bad one. I'm coming in to record a podcast after I jerked off. Oh, my back. No, I'm joking.
He put some work on that one. How you been, Marc?
I'm good, man. I'm just kicking it, man. Just recording my podcast shows and telling people to stop telling me what I should record.
Yeah. You gotta do what you want to do. I mean, you talk about Rush, and I ignore those episodes. Whatever.
Dude, I haven't had a Rush episode in a long time. Good idea.
Well, good. That frees up a Saturday for me.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have you on one of your favorite bands. Don't say anything because we don't like to tell anybody till the week of.
I'm not going to say anything, but I'm excited to do that. I believe I'm off that day. I will recheck my schedule, but I'm pretty sure I added them up, and I am off that Saturday.
Okay, because I know you work every other week, so you said you couldn't do it that day, so I went back a week because that's when you should be off.
Yeah. I looked at it like I'm off this weekend. Okay, so next weekend I work. I'm off the next weekend I work. I'm off the next.
Yeah.
I don't have a written schedule. I just know what my schedule is.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't have a schedule right now either.
Yeah, I know. He's boy, he's rooting for Biden now, ain't he? Get that free money.
Oh God, now the money I'm getting is stuff I paid into my check for over 30 years, man.
Yes, sir. I know.
Yeah, so they're just giving it back.
I had to take the shot for a hot second. I've been saying for years I would love to be a bum. There's just no damn money in it. God.
Well, there is in LA.
I'm not moving to LA, Marc.
They want to take care of everybody and steal the money somehow.
Hell no. If you looked at my Facebook the other day, you saw my daughter shooting off AR-15s, and I've got a 40 and a 45, and I don't even have to have permits for them in this state.
Yeah.
And
I
live in America.
Yeah, that shooting that happened in Florida, our dumb governor, Gavin Newsom, he was going off on their new law with no permits, and who's the governor of Florida?
Ron DeSantis. And one of Ron DeSantis goes, "Oh, Newsom, this law doesn't go into effect until July 1st." Yeah. I was like, he owned him. I was like, yeah. Well, North Carolina, they just recently, in the last couple months, passed a law. Now, we have a Democrat governor, too, because you got Charlotte and Raleigh and all these big cities that vote blue. The problem is you have all these rural areas with a lot more people in them that vote red. So our whole legislature is red. We actually had a Democrat just flip back to the Republican side. But they wanted to pass a law to make buying a pistol, you go through the same process as buying a rifle, which means you walk in, you pay your money, they run a background check on you, you get your gun. It all passed the House and the Senate down here in North Carolina. They sent it to the governor. He vetoed that shit. But North Carolina legislature overrode that veto, so now it is just as easy to buy a handgun as it is a rifle, which means you still have to pass a background check. These people don't understand. You still have to pass a background check. If you have a felony, you're not going to get a rifle, you're not going to get a shotgun, you're not going to get an AR, which is still a rifle, and you're not going to get a pistol. But they are working on constitutional carry, which means I wouldn't have to open carry, I could conceal carry.
That's cool, man.
I just don't want to pay the $180 for the class and spend a weekend doing things I already know how to do. It's just generating more revenue.
It should be veterans get a pass. You guys know how to do that shit. You were trained by the government. Unless they think the government was stupid.
My whole thing is this: if we're going to talk about this for a hot second without getting too political.
Yeah, I hate politics, man.
My pistol permit is the Second Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. It guarantees that we all have the right to carry. Right? We all have the right to bear arms. Now they have worked laws into, into our different legislatures that say if you're a felon, you lose your rights. That may be a constitutional amendment. I don't know. I would definitely have to search that a little more. But if you're a felon, you don't have the same rights as a law-abiding citizen. I shouldn't have a permit for anything. I shouldn't have to have a permit to go fish. I shouldn't have to have a permit to go hunt. And I shouldn't have to have a permit to own a gun. Now, what I will say is hunting and fishing are privileges. They're not guaranteed by the Constitution of the United States of America. Right. Just like a driver's license. It's not guaranteed by the Constitution of the United States of America. Owning a gun is, fuck you. I don't need insurance. I don't need any of that stuff. I have a constitutional right. And I use that bitch, and we use it down here. But Mark, what the fuck happened to your back? You've been going through some shit, brother, and
I don't know. I was like, I went that day, dude. I was just walking. I went and did errands. I went to got this thing so I could go through TSA for Hawaii and stuff. I came home, had an In-N-Out before on the way home. I was just walking in here. I was going to get ready for Andy's podcast, Black Spinner. And then all of a sudden my legs and my calves and everything just went, whoa, that fucking hurts. And I went and I laid down and it went away. So I got back up and nope, I'm walking like Frankenstein and everything is fucked up. And I came in here because I'm a trooper and I did his podcast fucked up sitting in a chair because it didn't hurt sitting in a chair. I kept doing my shows like that, but I got a MRI and whatever, an X-ray or whatever. And the freaking spine, the bone of the spine was hitting a disc, and there was a disc that was there, and one of them was on a nerve that goes to your legs. Nice. So they had to cut that bone off.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
See, when you had first mentioned it on Facebook, I was like, dude, this guy hurt a sciatic, because I'll pinch my sciatic every once in a while, and that's crippling in its own right because it hurts from your back all the way down to the bottom of your foot. I've blown out my back. I'm pretty sure I have a bulging disc because when I sneeze, I can literally feel it push against my lower back.
I think they took one of those out too.
Nice.
Yeah.
But you're on the mend, right? You went and had back surgery, which is terrifying to me. How'd that go for you?
It's terrifying to me too, but I woke up fine and I was cool. It was just like the next couple days I was in a lot of pain. But the first day I was fine. I was like, cool. Went to McDonald's, ate dinner after that because we were there for hours. I was just afraid of the anesthesia. All they did was say, okay, and they put it on, and then I woke up in the bed. I was going, oh, wow.
That's what I was telling you. I mean, if you go to sleep, you wake up. It's the weirdest thing. It's like the greatest sleep you'll have. Now, me, I haven't had a surgery where I was knocked out in a long time. I had a bunch when I was a small kid. I've had tubes in and out of my ears, tonsils and adenoids removed. So I grew up being under the knife, no biggie. I remember one particular time where I dreamt, but my dreams, it was just lights. It was a light show. I mean, like hippies would have loved the light show that I got as a small child underneath the gas. And then, I woke up and everything was fine.
I like light shows too, man. I used to go to the Laserium smoking weed up in there in Griffith Park. I used to watch Pink Floyd and music to the Doors and shit like Led Zeppelin. And if I can just sit there, if I can watch the laser show, we get fucking fucked up in the little forest around there smoking weed and going there lit.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You sent me a bunch of music today. I want to say thanks. The Iconic I already had. But
I think I sent that to you. I might have. I don't remember.
You may have. I may have bought it because
okay.
You know me. I'm a Michael Sweet fan.
Yeah, me too.
Now there was one thing in here. I'm trying to look for it. I don't know who the fuck this is or what this is. Jesus, what was this? Because I am so confused. It was a weird name.
Moreno Normamo?
Yeah, that. What in the world is that shit?
Okay, I got the freaking. I was going through here. LM.
And I hope to God if they ever see this, they know I'm not talking shit. I don't know what the fuck this is.
Well, I did a interview with what is it? God dang it. Netta Lorena. She's part of that band. It's two girls, Swedish.
Lorraine Luhimo.
Lahimo. She's in another like metal band. They got together and made a record. I have it here somewhere on vinyl. I just can't find it.
That's how you know you're watching a show with old people. They say, I have it on vinyl.
What? And then I had to buy it on fucking, there it is. I had to buy it on fucking digital so I could play it on my, because they didn't, fucking Frontiers doesn't give you digital copies anymore. Again, see, this is them.
Okay, looks like Heidi and Carly, just older.
Yeah, she's in another band that I have too. Smackbound, Netta. She does a thing. She says, "Hi, this is Netta Lorena, and you're listening to the free." She did that for us too. She's a really nice lady. She wants to come back on, but we can't get a time for her. So it's like she's so busy. She also does a Whitney Houston experience, so she has that kind of voice.
Outstanding.
But that's metal, dude. It's like, da, 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 and they're just fucking harmonies. You like women's voices that have harmonies, kind of like Vixen turned up a little bit.
Well, it's like when I talk to people about Arch Enemy, and I'll say it's a female singer. I don't know who the last singer was, even though I have the whole discography. I know the current singer. She's a Canadian woman, and she's all. And I said, but look, she can really sing. You don't get a lot of that in Arch Enemy, but she's got that track with Nita Strauss.
Mm-hmm.
And you can really, I mean, she does, but then she does this great vocal part. And I'm like, look, this is what I listen to. I like heavy stuff. And as I get older, I like it heavier and heavier, which is fucking weird. But look, she can sing too. Yeah. Well, I definitely can't wait to check it out. What's been going on in Freeform World? How are you? How are Charles? How is Jerry?
Oh, they're doing great, man. We're just dealing with a couple trolls. It's funny though. One of them, he's a good guy. We love Mark Dolly.
He was just fucking with me on Facebook. I made a post about I used to have a Don Johnson Miami Vice season 3 spike haircut because the hair's a little bit shorter than he had it in the previous seasons. Now it ends up getting longer in the later seasons. But I had that same haircut. He's like, pics or it didn't happen, but it better have a white sport coat. And I started thinking, this was 7th grade, maybe 7th or 8th grade. I remember the picture. I had braces, so it's awful. I did have the spike haircut, and I had this awful bluish greenish fucking sweater on. I got to find that picture and fucking post it, because we all up there in Carthage, New York, at 7th and 8th grade had the spike haircut, man. We're talking 87, 88, 88, 89.
You were those kids I was making fun of in 83 and 84 when I was in junior high. Like always, like going for the trends.
Hey man,
I was sitting in the corner while these white dudes with ducktails were fucking breakdancing on a fucking thing, and I was going, "Kids are fucking stupid." I was like laughing at them.
Oh, see, in Heidelberg, Germany, we had the cardboard out with a big old ghetto blaster to boom.
They had it too.
We were breakdancing our asses off, man. I used to be one hell of a break dancer.
People with those fucking Michael Jackson glove and the jackets going to work, school. All I had was my Ario Speedwagon shirt and jeans, man. I didn't have the fucking funky fucking hairstyles or mullets or whatever. I never went for trends.
I was big into it. That's why I get so mad when people talk shit about Ricky Rackman. Oh, he followed the trends. Well, first of all, he was on TV and he had to do what he was fucking told. You know, I talked to the guy and our buddies at Rock and Metal Combat Podcast. We're not going to get into the politics of that right now, Mark.
I'm cool. I love Ian.
We're not getting into that, Mark.
I just said I love Ian. I love the show. The show's awesome.
But
I'm not talking shit about anybody.
Well, you know, they both bashed the fuck out of Ricky Rackman. And I've interviewed Ricky. And do you know that he only picked one video in all that time that he was doing the Headbangers Ball? He was allowed to pick one video. And it was because it was his birthday when he recorded the show. And they allowed him to do a Motorhead song.
Damn.
He was, you know, he had no creative control. That's the thing, is people don't understand when you're working in the television medium, you don't have creative control. You do what the fuck you're told, or you don't have a job. Now, Ricky, I don't care what those guys say. And I'm going to say right here, Ralph and Ian, you're fucking wrong. The guy's a metalhead. He's a punk head. He likes hard, heavy music.
He does.
You know what I mean? And I'm a big Ricky fan. He was a big part of my childhood, especially my preteens, the early late teens. The guy's a god as far as I'm concerned. I'm sad I had to miss him in Asheville because Asheville is only 40 miles on the map. It's about an hour away.
So what'd you think about Adam Curry?
To be honest, I barely remember him. He had the big poofy long hair.
Yeah, he had a big he's rich, I heard. He like invented something or something.
I'm sure he is. I remember him. I remember Kurt Loder, you know, because Kurt
Loder's awesome.
You know, MTV News and all that. What do you think of that? MTV News is finally gone. I'm like, that was even a thing anymore?
I was going, it was? I go, were they doing like articles or something? Because I don't know. I don't watch MTV. I don't watch the 16 and Pregnant. It's pretty sad of me to watch stuff like that. I hate reality shows, man. The only one I liked was Trump. And I liked it when, I've said this a lot of times, I liked it when Bret Michaels burned him.
Burned who?
Trump.
Oh, on
the Apprentice.
Celebrity Apprentice?
Yeah, he got sick during the show, and I guess they paused filming, and he came back. He was in a hospital for a while. And they had a thing with Trop where they made Snapple flavor. Him and that one girl from Hanging with Mr. Cooper, forgot Holly, whatever her name is. And Brett, he goes to Brett in the boardroom. Well, that you kind of took a risk there making a diet Snapple. Nobody likes diet. And he goes, "Look, Mr. Trump, I'm diabetic. I have to have something I could drink." Nice. And he goes, "Oh, guess what? He won that challenge and he won the Celebrity Apprentice."
He won the series. Unlike my boy Gene Simmons, who was so depressed from being away from his family, he sabotaged his whole shit just to get the fuck kicked off the show.
Well, Dee Snider didn't last long either.
Yeah. Speaking of which, do you watch The Masked Singer at all?
I saw he was unmasked as one of the singers. No, I don't.
Let me tell you, I was angry because when Bret Michaels was on, he was the banana. When Bret was singing and dancing, I knew immediately it was Bret Michaels. When Dee did his thing, I had no idea it was Dee. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Like, I had no clue when he was unmasked, and I went back and listened later. I'm like, I should have known that was fucking Dee.
What about Steel Panther at America's Got Talent?
Oh, did you watch it?
Not yet. I saved the video.
I watched it the night that it aired, and dude, they were fucking great. They were funny. It was so weird to see him so toned down. And I haven't figured out because America's Got Talent hasn't said anything and Steel Panther hasn't said anything. This was an audition. Now, I've seen professionals on the show.
Oh, lots of times.
So did they really audition, or was it just a way to introduce the rest of the world to this band Steel Panther to sell tickets to their current tour, which I'm trying to get tickets to? They went on sale. They went on sale when I had to pay bills and go to a festival. So I couldn't buy the tickets. But they're playing in Asheville, again, 40 miles away on the map, but an hour away because roads do this shit in these fucking mountains.
Yeah.
So I'm still hoping to score 2 tickets to that because they're playing at the Orange Peel. Big shout out to the Orange Peel in Asheville, North Carolina, because man, the Beastie Boys have played there, Steel Panthers played there, a lot of cool fucking rock bands, and you know, the stuff that we like is played there. But I'm like, was this a gimmick, or are they going to come back and do something?
Somebody said they moved on to the next round. I don't know.
They gave them 4 yeses.
Yeah.
I wouldn't imagine that somebody like Simon Cowell would know who they are. I wouldn't imagine that somebody like Howie Mandel would know who they are. I wouldn't imagine that. But then again, Simon is huge in the music business, so maybe he does know who they are. I don't fucking know. I hope they go on. I hope they keep performing because they did Eyes of the Panther, which is probably the only fucking song they could do on network television.
And they can't do Glory Hole, right?
Can't do Glory Hole. They can't do Gang Bang at the Old Folks Home.
Oh, man. I need to get that shit, dude. I don't have any Steel Panther. I get lots of requests for it.
Well, I can help you out. I have everything but their latest album.
Cool. I need it.
Let me just double check here. SOST. See, this is what happens. people when you have a shitload of music. Yeah, I have You Can Eat, Balls Out, Feel the Steel, Heavy Metal Rules, Live from Lexi's Mom's Garage, which is an acoustic show and it's amazing, and Lower the Bar. Yeah, I don't have the new album with 1987 on it.
I could probably find that somewhere. So I'll probably get that for you somehow.
I've got to get a hold of that other DJ. I won't mention his name because he's like Mr. X. He's a fucking pirate.
Yeah. I've been doing some Mr. Xing lately. I buy a lot of shit though, so I can kind of evens out.
Dude, I got to tell you, Mr. X is with a lot of shit. This other guy I'm talking about, again, I don't want to mention him by name, but he does a great show on Wednesday nights. You figure out which guy I'm talking about.
The guy who doesn't like me. Yeah, I got it.
I was going to say it's not Brian A. Davis.
No, I know it's the guy before.
Yeah.
He doesn't like me because I made fun of him.
But he had sent me some stuff and he asked me about do I need anything else? And I said, man, I've heard a lot about this Black Veil Brides, and I've never listened to them. I said, can you send me that just so I can hear them? He's like, yeah, I don't have that, but give me a minute. 30 minutes later, he sends me their whole discography.
Yeah, I found a thing where I could get some stuff now, and I'm like, I wanted the whole Nashville Pussy thing, so I got most of the Nashville Pussy. That's just pretty damn good.
All I know by them, honestly, is I Wish You Were a Beer.
They're good, dude.
Because
they're a good band. Brian Davis plays them. That he got me into them.
Nice.
Yeah. He also got me into Clutch, and I go, fuck, how did I miss this band?
See, I'm not a Clutch fan. I've tried.
It's like me with Ghost. I tried. I tried a lot.
I get it, but part of me wants to be really cynical with you because it seems like anything that's evil, you just don't like.
Why do people? I got fucking Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden's not evil. They've never been evil.
Yeah, but they got the imagery. It's. I tell you, it's the voice.
Because Slayer, I get Slayer's brutal thrash metal. I get you not liking Slayer. King Diamond, I think you're insane. If you listen to Geddy Lee, there's no reason you shouldn't.
Oh, dude, come on. His voice is 100 times higher than Geddy's.
Yes, he is. But he goes 100 times lower than Geddy, too.
Oh, no. Not that you haven't heard the 80s stuff. He was more lower registers. 70s stuff, he was higher. In the 80s, he calmed it down, man.
I've heard a lot of Rush because everybody tries to convince me to listen to Rush.
I don't convince you anymore. I gave up.
I didn't say Mark. I said everybody.
Everybody is including.
Like Rush. Oh, you like Pink Floyd? You should like Rush. No, bitch.
Pink Floyd and Rush are way different.
But it's proggy. You know what I mean?
If you like Queensryche, like Operation Mindcrime, you should like Rush.
No, I'll take Operation Mindcrime all day long and twice on Sunday.
I get shit for saying that's my favorite fucking concept album. People get pissed off. Pink Floyd is better. I go, no, that's number 3. What's number 2? Rush 2112.
No, Mindcrime better than The Wall. You're probably right. It
flows better. It doesn't have these ups and downs. It flows right into each other, man. The Wall is like iffy on some of the middle parts. It's like I don't, just give me the music. I don't need all this talking and shit.
See, I do enjoy all that stuff.
Oh, I do enjoy it, but it doesn't flow. It doesn't, like, you could sit there and listen to it and you're like, oh yeah. And then you're like, you're check out on a couple parts. And then you come back when it gets like Young Lust and stuff like that, you know?
Oh, I can't think of a certain part of The Wall that I check out on.
The Trial.
No, I love The Trial. That's
good, but I check out a little bit.
Like for me, Mindcrime and The Wall could do this on any given day, depending on my mood. 2112 is not even on the fucking list. I'll put The Elder above that shit.
Oh God, of course you will.
but I don't like Rush.
That's fine.
And now I will say, because I'm not such a scumbag, I will say there are songs that I like. You know, I love Closer to the Heart, which thank God it was on Farewell to Kings, because I remember being in a flea market in Northern New York. And I reached out to the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast Facebook page and said, look, I'm in a flea market right now, and I'm going to try this shit. They have Farewell to Kings and Fly By Night. They're both $20. Which one should I buy? I like the song Fly By Night. I don't know anything else off that album. I knew nothing off of Farewell to Kings, except that I found out later that Closer to the Heart's on there, and I do like that song. I liked that before I got the record. Everybody said, get Farewell to Kings, Farewell to Kings, Farewell to Kings. I've played that dirty bitch once. Everybody sings praises to Xanadu. No, if I want to listen to fucking Xanadu, I'm going to listen to goddamn ELO with goddamn Olivia Newton-John. Because it's a much better song.
Nah. Xanadu. Come on, man. Kubla Khan, man. Kubla Khan. Eating.
Oh.
You know, some band made fun. I think it was UFO made fun of them about eating honeydew and stuff. They were on tour with UFO or something. Xanadu. But you know, the album I would have told you not to get any of those. I would have told you to get like Grace Under Pressure. His voice is lower register and the songs are short.
Fair enough. Fly By Night. I like that song, and he's up there in that register
on that one, yeah. But it also has By Tor and the Snow Dog, one of the greatest epics by them at all time.
But I don't know that shit. I know that song, Fly By Night. Fly By Night. It's a good song.
How about Anthem? You haven't heard Anthem?
No, dude. My Rush knowledge is the few songs I heard on the radio.
We should get the cover album by Anthrax where Joey does Anthem, and he does some Journey song. He does a lot of songs on there. Like they do cover Rush's Anthem. You might like that version because it's Joey Belladonna.
I do like Belladonna.
Well, I could send you that one. I have that EP that covers them.
Second, because see, look, I got to stop this. I did this stupid glasses shit because Mark had his fucking glasses on.
Hey, I'm cross-eyed bitch, so I got to have the sunglasses on. So
the LMLMMN and Anthrax. What's the name of the EP?
God dang it! You're gonna make me look it up. Let's see. I have it. I have it on DVD. Where's my?
Because I have a lot of Anthrax
music. Let's go here. This PC. Hard drive. Music folders. Anthrax.
And it's definitely not on Armed and Dangerous, which is amazing. It's got my favorite EP and my favorite song.
What?
Armed and Dangerous. What a great fucking tune.
Is that the first album? No, that's the other one. I liked Armed and Dangerous. I don't like the first album by them, the one with that other guy singing.
Right.
Yeah, like Turban.
Yeah, I don't know because nothing here says EP. I may not have it.
Oh God, it's not listed. Where the fuck is my Anthrax? Am I in the right? Oh, I'm in the wrong fucking thing. My bad. I went to music folders. That's stuff that people gave me that I saved just in case. It's even though I put it in my iTunes. See, Anthrax. Here it is. Among the living, blah 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 blah. The fuck is it?
Yeah, see.
I have it.
What's it called? Anthem?
Anthems. I think it's called Anthrax Anthems.
Yeah, I don't have the song.
Oh, there it is. Anthems. Yeah, it has. Working on it. It has Anthem. It has TNT by AC/DC. It has Smokin' by Boston. Keep on Running by Journey. Big Eyes by Cheap Trick. Jailbreak by another AC/DC. And then the Crawl song they did on the album that when Joey came back.
Yeah. You'll have to send that to me. I definitely don't have that.
Yeah, it's really me. Yeah, it's really good. I'm gonna copy it right now and put it on my desktop. So I can send it.
Just let it upload. This motherfucker has a habit of sending me music, and he just sends it, and it's incomplete.
That was one time.
No, I have another album from you, and I don't remember which one it is because I have like 3,000 records on my hard drive. He had sent me something, and it's like, okay, there's 2 songs.
Well, if you find out what it is, I'll resend it.
But I'd ask him because look, I'm trying, damn it, I'm trying.
There.
And I said, look, maybe I need to revisit this band. Maybe I missed something. I remember them being on the radio. I remember still haven't found what I'm looking for, and that was tolerable. So I said, look, send me U2. I'm going to try to listen to it. And he sends me this shit, and it's like in 3 folders, and I'm like, bitch, I'm missing stuff. He's like, oh, well, I didn't wait for it to turn green to completely upload. Motherfucker, send me the whole thing.
I messed up. Well, I can't send it because I don't buy Dropbox. I just use the free version. So,
Right.
yeah, so I'm not like Metal Mike or okay, Anthrax is blue right now, so I'll wait till it turns green.
Well, I used to pay for Dropbox. I don't anymore. I'll go back to paying for Dropbox, but I'm still trying to dig out of the hole.
Yeah, I understand. I'm on a credit thing where they tell me not to pay my credit cards, and I make 2 payments of $155 a month. They negotiate with my credit card company, and get rid of the bills, and it's saving me like thousands of dollars, dude. It's like, fuck it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't do the credit cards. I never have. I always knew that was a scam. I stayed the fuck away from them.
Yeah, but I wanted that Rush box set over there. The only big box set I bought besides the Sabotage one wasn't that big. I need a fucking soundboard. Anybody out there want to donate a soundboard to me? I'm Poe.
You got to get back to work, bitch.
Huh?
Is there any prognosis on when you're going back to work?
Well, they pushed it back to July 11th, so they could recheck me to make sure. But I think it'll be a month because it's going to take a while for my feet to get their stop feeling so hard because the nerve. They said because the nerve needs to heal, and it's still the brain hasn't got the signal that piece is out yet. It's weird.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The mind is a weird thing, especially because we know nothing about it. I mean, they say human beings use what, 10% of the brain?
Yeah.
That's scary. It makes you think of a Star Trek thing. It's like, holy fuck, man, those guys can telepathically communicate, and their brains were super huge because they had expanded their minds. And I can't even remember. I can't remember phone numbers anymore, Mark. Can you remember phone numbers?
I only remember phone numbers that I remembered that I needed back in the day.
Yes. Let me tell you what. 315-644-4405. That is my phone number to my house growing up in Natural Bridge, New York. I want to say don't call it, but please call it. Irritate the fuck out of that woman. That's my ex-stepmother. My dad's second wife. Fuck that bitch.
Yeah, my number used to be at home was 330-4958, and then my first job, In-N-Out Burger, was 968-7710. So I remember all those.
Remember that, but if you said, "Hey, Nate, you talk to Mark. What's his phone number?" I'm like, Mark.
Look it up.
No, I'm gonna go look it up. I'll be like, it's because look, when you pick up your phone and you go to click on phone. Click contacts. You know what it says? It doesn't give me a fucking phone number. It says Marc Taylor. Mark.
You just click the mark and it tells you the phone number though.
Yeah, but I just click in and dial.
It clicks. I guess iPhones are better because I go to my contacts and I click your name and it'll say your phone number.
I'll put your number on there real quick. There it is.
Okay.
I get your number and then I hit the phone button.
Yeah.
Why do I have to remember the number when it's all inside this little computer?
That's true. Technology. I put that up. Technology has made us dumb.
Oh, it's made us lazy.
Lazy, big time.
Made us complacent. God.
It's like sometimes I have all this physical media, and if it's streaming, I said I don't need to go in there and grab the media. But then there's stuff that they take off the. That's what's great about physical media because they'll take stuff off of streaming that you own, so you could come in here anytime and grab it. It's like awesome. And that 4K shit they tell you that's streaming, it ain't fucking real 4K. You got to get it from the disc. So anything I have a 4K, I'll take the disc out and watch that. Except Back to the Future. I was lazy the other day. I watched all 3 on my Voodoo because I had the digital copies.
Look, I don't care. I know you talk shit about Voodoo sometimes. I love Voodoo. I have a huge DVD and CD collection on this second shelf here. This is all books on this side, but this is all CDs and DVDs. But The amount of movies and television series I have
all these.
I have all 9 of them, but I have them on Vudu.
I don't have those on Vudu. I bought those before there was digital. So
I like digital simply for the convenience. You know, I really struggle because I like physical copies just as much as the next person. But boy, the convenience is really, really hard to argue with.
But you know what sucks about digital? There's that millions of movies out there that were never converted to digital. And if you don't have the physical copy, you're never going to see those movies again.
True story.
Yeah.
In fact, true story, there's a movie that's never been released on a digital format. It's never been released on DVD or Blu-ray, to my knowledge. It's from the 80s. The Legend of the Lone Ranger.
I remember you talking about that on the plug. Yeah.
Great film. We used to have the VHS of it back in the 80s. It's probably the best Lone Ranger movie ever. And that's including the old TV show from the 50s and 60s, which admittedly I'm a fan of. And even the Armie Hammer version with Johnny Depp playing Tano. I love that movie.
That wasn't bad.
I love it.
It just cost too much to make. That's why.
It's funny. And these dumbasses don't like Westerns anymore. I mean, Nicolas Cage's The Old Way is fucking brilliant. But I found it on YouTube. And I may or may not have a YouTube downloader and may or may not have a digital copy now of The Legend of the Lone Ranger. I mean, the guy that played Doc Brown, he's Butch Cavendish in The Legend of the Lone Ranger, man. He's the bad guy. He's fucking amazing.
I love Christopher Lloyd.
That's him, Christopher Lloyd. He's
Yeah.
an acting and all that. For some reason, I can never remember that dude's name.
Christopher Lloyd. Oh, God, it's my favorite movie all time. I know the whole fucking cast.
Oh, the Back to the Future things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he was only 35 when he made that movie.
The first one?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't ever guess that. So his hair was dyed.
Yeah. And you know, when he played Jim in Taxi, he looked old then.
Yeah.
He was like in his 20s.
That's insane. Well, that's like I just found out that Jason Alexander, when he started playing George Costanza, he was only 29.
Oh dang, he looked old.
I mean, we're talking like if you think about the pilot in the first season is only 4 episodes because they weren't sure it was going to get picked up. He did. I mean, he was going bald and all that. So it makes you wonder about the McDonald's commercial. How young was he there?
Oh God.
Because he did have a whole head of hair. You could tell he was probably starting to lose. But it's insane to think about how young these people were and how old they are. By the way, while we're on the, because it's music and more, happy belated birthday to the manliest man that ever walked the face of the planet, Clint fucking Eastwood, and not that stupid Michael J. Fox character. 93 years old.
I put that up.
You were the one that did it. Happy birthday, Clint Eastwood and fucking Michael J. Fox. What kind of name is that?
Don't remember Clint Eastwood as yeah.
That was great stuff.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Behind the scenes on the disc is really cool about that third one too. They built the whole town, dude. It's like, and all the inside was real practical. You could go inside instead of facade. They built it where you could film inside these things. Fucking pretty cool.
That's what they should do.
Mm. Well, Universal Studios all facades.
Yeah. Oh, it's all facades.
It's all facades. They go to the studio to do the indoors part. Yeah.
Oh, on a stage, on a sound stage.
Yeah.
I got you. But, that's fucking Hollywood.
That false front.
Yeah. They're a false front for fucking humanity, if you ask me. But I was watching Miami Vice before we came on. Man, I missed that show. I forgot how good, how gritty, how on the edge it was. And people, when they look back on Miami Vice and they don't watch it anymore, oh, it was all those bright colors and it was the drugs and it was the
dark.
It's like, dude, yeah, it was bright colors and drugs and music, but it was one of the darkest programs on television.
You ever go in the office with Edward James Olmos, how dark the office was when they talked to him in there?
Yeah. But it's like, have you ever watched a movie with Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx?
It's okay.
See, I disagree. It's fucking amazing.
It's a good movie, but it's not. I like the series better.
Let me tell you why I like the movie so much. First of all, I thought Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx did a great updated modern version of Crockett and Tubbs. What I like so much about it is that it was still Michael Mann, and he said this was the episode of Miami Vice he wanted to do in the 80s, but was not allowed to do because of the censors. And if you look at it in that mindset and watch that series and see how dark and gritty it was,
God,
watch this show, this film. Oh my God, this is the episode of Miami Vice we wanted back then. Great film. Can't recommend it enough.
Dude, the scene where they're driving in the dark to go get a fucking drug dealer, and you fucking have Phil Collins
camera angles in the air tonight. Oh,
yeah. And then they, as soon as the drums fucking they run out, get out of the car and just start fucking. That's what's missing from fucking movies today. Fucking soundtracks. Where are the fucking killer soundtracks again that fucking drove the movie along? They don't use music. The music is just background in movies now.
I don't disagree. I think it was well used in the Miami Vice film, but it was Michael Mann and he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, it had some modern music and it had Non-Point doing In the Air Tonight. I'm okay with Non-Point doing In the Air Tonight. I think it's a great fucking cover. But I think back to that pilot episode, the Miami Vice movie, because everyone called it the Miami Vice movie because it was 2 episodes, hour and a half long. They released it as an hour and a half long movie later on. When Crockett and Tubbs, you know, Don Johnson and Philip Michael Thomas are driving and it's In the Air Tonight playing. And it's just different camera angles, you know, from the sides of the car, from the top of the car, from the front of the car, looking at them. You fast forward to the Jamie Foxx film and you know, Jamie Foxx and Colin Farrell. And they're driving to Non-Point In the Air Tonight. It's the same thing. It's from the side of the car. It's from the top of the car. It's from in front of the car, looking back at the guys driving. It's like, holy fuck, this is Miami fucking Vice. I love the film. You have to watch that movie again and watch it in the same mindset.
I was entertained. I wasn't bored. I didn't think it was shit. Maybe I need to watch it again because I finally watched it like 3 years ago because you were talking about it so much. I said I finally got to watch it. Because it's like I did like the fucking A-Team, but I think the Miami Vice movie is put together better than the A-Team movie. But I did like that movie.
It was the A-Team movie I enjoyed because it held the spirit. But for once in my life, I finally got to watch this elite team of special forces operatives actually hit the fucking targets they were shooting at. Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Now think back when we were kids, the A-Team, they couldn't hit the broadside of a fucking barn. And this is a crack special forces A-Team.
Yeah.
They couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. I found out years later why. This is when conservative America, Reagan's America, which I'm sorry, we did pretty well under Reagan. But there was this crackdown on TV violence. I mean, even Hank Williams Jr. did a song about it called The Coalition to Bend Coalitions because of all the things they were trying to censor and get rid of. Yeah, look that song up. It's fucking fun. They even talk about getting rid of Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam and all that shit.
Oh, they fucking killed them now. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I won't even look at that. But the A-Team never hit the broadside of a fucking barn. And they were a crack special forces unit. And I mean 18... The 18s, I think of 18 Delta because in 18 Delta, that's 18-D is a special forces medic, which is basically a field surgeon. But the whole 18 series was made a joke. And those are Green Berets.
Yeah.
That's what the Army calls special forces. You have the Delta Force, which is a completely different entity. But the Army Special Forces out of Fort Bragg, North Carolina, those are the Green Berets. So you're telling me a crack A team, which is what they call Special Forces Green Beret teams, A teams, Alpha teams. They couldn't hit the broadside of a fucking barn. Are you fucking kidding me? I loved the way they kept the spirit, but modernized it. I thoroughly enjoyed the A-Team. I'm furious that they never did a sequel.
Me too, dude. I was like pissed. I think Hannibal was perfect. I liked fucking Baseman.
Great job. Fucking Quentin Rampage Jackson is badass Baracus. Yeah. Or Bad Attitude Baracus. B.A. Baracus was great. Charlton Copley or whatever his name is, the South African actor playing Murdoch. Dude, he was awesome. And come on, Bradley Cooper as fucking Face.
Perfect.
You couldn't have done any better. No. You couldn't have done any better. From the hair color to the mannerisms to the scene where he's going to get into the damn tanning booth. He says, I understand all this, but what do you do with the face of Dirk Benedict? You can't mess with it, kid.
I love me some Dirk Benedict, man.
I do too.
I grew up watching him in everything.
Oh, Battlestar Galactica, fucking A-Team.
Yeah.
You know, and it's weird. So we're going to jump to another thing. So this is obviously not a music show today on this exclusive plug episode.
Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica. They rebooted it and made Starbuck a woman.
I didn't care. Katie Sackhoff's hot.
Because, dude, she drank, she smoked, she gambled, she fucked. she was fucking Starbuck. It just happened to have tits.
she was more raunchy than the original Star Trek.
Yes.
The original Dirk. Yeah.
Yeah, Dirk Benedict. Yeah.
Oh, she was raunchier, dude. She was like a woman you just like, hey, a one night stand? Shit, let's go, dude.
Yeah, I just want a frack. I just want a good frack.
Yeah, a good frack.
I love that they used frack again and used it more explicitly than they used it in the 70s. Because people that are familiar with the original Battlestar Galactica, it was only Dirk Benedict that ever said frack.
Yeah.
And it was like once an episode. Oh, we knew he was saying fuck.
Yeah, Jerry sent me the whole original Battlestar Galactica on DVD. Gotta watch that again.
I have the first season. No, there was only one season, wasn't there?
Oh, Battlestar Galactica. There was more seasons about it. They made a fucking attraction at Universal Studios over it, man.
They had Galactica 80, but that sucked.
Oh, Galactica 80.
Although it did have Wolfman Jack in it, yeah, baby.
What is this?
Yeah, how many seasons in that series? Because I don't have that.
The complete epic series. Let's see. It doesn't tell you, man.
Because I've got
disc one.
This, which is the movie, and then I've got all the reboot stuff. I have the entire reboot series.
Trying to look, yeah, Galactica 80 was horrible. The guy from One Atom 12 was in there. Dude, it's got like 5 discs in here.
There was no Apollo. There was no Starbuck.
No.
I mean, Adama looked cool because he had a beard. I'll give him that. And they had the guy that played Baltar with the Centurions.
Yeah.
And they were like fucking around with Wolfman Jack, and you had the guys. They were supposed to be. It was kind of like Coy and Vance and the Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh God! Don't get me started on that one. I watched that whole thing, hoping they would come back. Oh, I find that CD cool. It's cool. I found these ones cool. I gotta put those in my iTunes. Dude, I gotta look up now. How many seasons were in the original Battlestar Galactica? I think it was 4.
The 78 series? I don't think there was 4 seasons of that at all.
Oh.
Because I've got one season of that on Vudu, and it includes
how many seasons of the original Battlestar Galactica? Dang it. Ran 4 seasons from, oh, that's the other one. I said original, stupid Siri.
Yes, see, fuck Apple. You have to ask for the 1978 series.
How many seasons in a 1978 series of Battlestar Galactica? It went from, oh, dang. It only went from like 78 to 79.
Yeah, one season.
That's fucking 6 discs, though.
Yeah.
Well, I think one season was like, what, 30 episodes back then or something like that?
24.
24, yeah.
22, 24. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a season will run half a year. Nowadays, we get excited. We get 10 episodes.
Yeah. So why the fuck did they make Galactica 80? They should have just kept that series going.
Because Starbuck and Apollo weren't there.
Oh, okay. It's a Coin Vance, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like nothing made anybody happier watching the Dukes of Hazzard and Bo and Luke Duke showing back up.
Oh God, yeah. Where's Coin Vance? They're taking one last drive. You see, woo, and then they come back, and then you never saw them come back.
No, never saw them again. Nope. And the winners of this race is Bo and Luke Duke.
I don't understand how they. It's fine. They brought in 2 new characters. Why are they dressing the same?
Yes.
Trying to trick us?
Yeah. And then giving them different names. You should have just called them Bo and Luke and tried to fake us out that way.
I got 4 seasons of Dukes of Hazzard. I need all of them. I want to skip the Coin Vance one though.
Come on, you're a completist. You gotta have them.
I'm not a completist. Actually, I'll skip albums I don't like. I'll totally skip them. I'm not going to buy something I'm never going to listen to or watch. I'm not a completist compared to Rush, yeah, because I like the whole thing. Triumph, yeah, I like the whole thing. Kiss, I like the 70s, and I'm doing a review on an album tomorrow that you probably like, and I don't think anybody else is going to like it, but I liked it.
Well, as long as it wasn't Unmasked, I think that's the only Kiss album I don't like.
Oh, that album sucks. But you like The Elder.
Love The Elder. The Elder is way better than Unmasked. Although
I give you that.
Songs on Unmasked that I like. Now, look, 20 years ago, what am I, 48? So, yeah, 18. Oh, shit. See, my mic picks up everything. 20 years ago, you could not have told me that Unmasked was a bad album. I was full on kissed hard. Even at 18, even though I was in 3rd grade when I first got my first 2 Kiss records, I was like, everything, dude, Kiss is the greatest band in the fucking world. And I still think they're the greatest live act ever.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. I'm not talking about anymore, you dickhead.
I always have to bring up anymore because they're the best band to make fun of. Sorry.
Well, because they make it so easy.
Yes.
They make it so easy. But as I've gotten older and matured and I listen to so much other music, I have to admit there's some shit out there. But there's albums that people hate on. I'm like, Hot in the Shade is a good fucking album.
I like Hot in the Shade. I think it should have been a 10-song album, though.
Maybe.
9 or 10.
I like most of the songs on that record, so I don't know.
I like Hides Your Heart. A lot of people shit on that one.
Oh, it's so much better than the Ace Frehley version.
Yes,
it is. So pissed when people try to say, oh, the Ace Frehley version's better. No, you're just being a cocksucker.
Well, Eric Jordan doesn't like Ace Frehley's voice. I go, what's wrong with you, dude?
What I like about Ace's voice is he's not a singer.
No.
That's why it took so long for him to sing a song. Because you got to think, there's some great early Kiss songs that are Ace Frehley songs. Cold Gin is an Ace Frehley song, but he wouldn't fucking sing it. But I watched that motherfucker sing it when I saw him on the reunion tour in 1996, and it was fucking great.
I saw him sing it live twice.
Yeah,
awesome.
I still prefer Gene to sing that song because Gene's my favorite singer. Peter is the best singer in the band. Yes, he is, Mark. I don't know why you hate on him so much.
Because I'm not a huge Rod Stewart fan.
Who gives a fuck about Rod Stewart?
He sounds like Rod Stewart.
Maybe Rod Stewart sounds like Peter.
He was in the Faces, dude, before Kiss was even thought of.
I don't care.
I like the Faces, though. The Faces are really cool. I like 70s Rod Stewart until he started doing disco.
Yeah, I like Rod Stewart's disco shit. I can't.
Yeah, I think Up to Hot Legs is what I like. And in the 80s, he totally went like freaking Elton John, adult contemporary, with Forever Young. That album was horrible. Fucking horrible. And it did well. Forever Young. All right. All right, Rod, you took your balls away.
Young. That's a great song.
Of course you like it. Fucking hate it.
You've got to remember, the only real radio station I had in Northern New York was a top 40 radio station. So a lot of my musical tastes are based off the fact that's all I had, or I could listen to country all the time. And the classic
back then, the country was good. So
in the 90s, it was good.
Oh, I'm talking about the 70s and 80s. That was good shit.
Nah.
Glenn Campbell? Waylon Jennings?
I like Waylon.
Chris Christopherson?
No,
all right. Nah, I thought that shit was good.
I actually
love me Glenn Campbell though.
A Star Is Born with Chris Christopherson and the fuck is her name? Barbra Streisand. My mom was a huge Barbra Streisand.
Oh, I hate Barbara.
There's a lot of music of hers I like because I grew up listening to it with my mom. I really love the Barbra Streisand Barry Gibb album, Guilty. I really love.
Of course you do.
Of course.
I remember seeing that shit in Kmart and I bought fucking Chipmunk Punk.
Well, that says a lot about you.
Chipmunk Punk is way better than that album.
No. Guilty's fucking amazing.
But I did get the fucking Xanadu soundtrack.
Love. Dude, great album. But
my wife probably agrees with you. So
I grew up listening to that stuff. I forgot where I was going with that.
You're going to talk about the Bee Gees, how much they suck.
No, I was definitely not going to say that ever in a billion years.
Oh, man. Kate Dory's supposed to send me some fucking disco records so I could smash them on a video. I said I wanted some Bee Gees. I want some fucking, what's that, Donna Summer. I want some AC and the Sunshine Band. I just want to go like this. And just bust them on camera.
That stuff's so good.
Oh, God. They're like Sammy Hagar to other people, the disco. I just want to go, oh, you know.
Oh, no, it's so good. Disco's fun, man. There's nothing wrong with shaking bad out to a bass, man. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I would bust 9 on a 10 scale. That album sucks by Sammy.
Agreed. Street Machines and Standing Hampton are my two favorite fucking Sammy albums.
Yeah, I looked it up because he said he was talking shit about Van Halen again, saying that he was a platinum artist before he went into Van Halen. I don't know when those two albums went platinum. Standing Hampton and VOA went platinum. I don't know if it's after he went into Van Halen that he got some play, but Three Lock Box only went gold, and I like that album better.
Fair enough. Yeah. We're going to get out of here. Been on for about an hour. Mark, thanks for hanging out. This is the first ever Plug Podcast exclusive Metal Mics at Work, so I thought we'd do something here, be fun. Thanks for hanging out. Look, we're all praying, giving positive vibes, speedy recovery, get your ass back to work. I'm sure nobody agrees with that sentiment more than your wife.
No, she could boss me around more. She likes it.
Nice.
No, you can't lean over, Mark. No, you can't pick that up. No, you can't do. I go, come on. He said I could go down slow.
Maybe she wants you to go down fast. Mark, tell us where you can find you, man. Pimp all your social.
All right. We got YouTube. We got the Mark and Jerry with Charles BS Sessions. It's fucking a tongue twister. I wish we could just change it to MJC BS Sessions, but Charles likes his name in it, so it's okay. Freeform Rock Podcast. The original fucking thing where I started with a bunch of you were on there in the second episode, which we had to record with Metal Mike that you never put out on the plug. That Judas Priest episode.
Yeah. I still got it. I can still do it.
Yeah. So that was a cool episode with us. But
yeah.
Find us on YouTube, Freeform Rock Podcast also has a YouTube. We do YouTube. We do free. Thanks for copying our idea there.
Yeah.
But
look, I stole something from you. You could talk shit about that. Somebody copied you.
Well, then the other guy's gonna say I copied him along too, but that's okay.
Whatever.
Whatever. I poach people. That's right. I'll poach more.
Yes.
That's it, man.
That's awesome. Thanks for being here, buddy. I appreciate you. You guys rule. Bye, Vino. We'll see you next time.
All right.